Hello? Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello? Hello, what happened?
Ma'am, suddenly the meeting has ended.
Hello, Tushar. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, suddenly the meeting has ended.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Ma'am, we can hear you,
Hello?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can hear.
Hello?
Hello? Ma'am,
Tushar,
we can hear you.
is it visible, the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Somewhere it got cut, man, disconnected. Okay. So now the magnitude plot has been done, and then you have to do for the phase plot. For the phase plot also, you have to mark the angles minus 140 to 220. Okay. Then corresponding to each frequency, whatever values you are getting it, you have to mark them there. Okay. Fine. So then you have to complete that. You have to see that how it is going to happen, right? So once you get the magnitude plot and once you get the phase plot, then what you have to do, you have to look at your 0 dB line. Okay. So when you look at your 0 dB line, so when you look at your 0 dB line, okay, you have to see your magnitude plot where exactly it is cutting your 0 dB. Okay. So you have a magnitude plot, right? So that magnitude plot must be being cut by something else. So you have to see how is it going and where is it exactly cutting the 0 dB. So the place where your magnitude plot is cutting the 0 dB line is omega G. That is gain crossover frequency. You have to find the gain crossover frequency by finding the place where exactly it is being cut. Okay. So let me just see that whether if it is possible for me to share the screen of 1 minute. Okay. Let me go with this. Okay, I think this is. See, look here. You have your magnitude plot, right? So you have it in dB. Please mute your mic, please. Okay. And you have your 0 dB line, let us say. Okay, this is 0 dB. Let us say your magnitude plot is cutting it. Something like this, it is going. So this is your omega, this is your 0 dB, right? In your magnitude plot. Let me say this is your 50 dB, 54 dB. Okay. It is cutting your 54 dB, whatever minus 20 dB, etc. You are getting it. It is cutting it at 0 dB, right? So this is nothing but your omega G. So how do I get this value? Where omega G I have marked, I have to go up and see the vertical line to which it is marked. Is it marking to 2 or is it marking to 2.5? Is it marking to 8? Whatever it may be, I have to look at it and I have to make a note of it. Okay. So I have to mark it on that. Maybe in this case, it is coming to be 10 radians per second. Okay. My omega G will come as 10 radians per second. Then coming to my phase angle, My phase angle, what I am trying to do here, I am putting it as minus 140 because I have started with minus 140, then minus 160, then minus 180, minus 200, and the last one, because from the last line of the graph I have to start with. Okay, this is minus 220, minus 219 was there, minus 220. So corresponding to each of them, I have a vertical, horizontal line, I have vertical lines which are present. Say omega is equal to 0.1, whatever may be the angle, I have to mark omega is equal to 0.1. So what was the angle for omega is equal to 0.1? Say minus 98 degrees. So whatever the angle it is there, I have to mark for omega is equal to 0.1, what is the angle? For omega is equal to 0.2, what is the angle? For omega is equal to 1, what is the angle? For omega is equal to 2, what is the angle? I have to mark all those angles and I have to draw a line according to the angles which are present here, according to the frequencies which are present here. Corresponding to each of the frequency, I have to draw a line. So I will be getting a magnitude, the phase angle plot. In the phase angle also, I have my 180 degrees line. Okay, all the lines are there, but I am interested only in the 180 degrees line. So this is my minus 180 degrees line. Now my phase plot is cutting this 180 degrees line at certain point, which is called omega p. Okay. So in the table itself, we'll get to know that omega p is happening at 6.32. So whatever you are crossing it, you should able to see that it should happen at 6.32, then only it is correct. Otherwise it is wrong. Okay. So you will be getting your omega p as 6.32 and your omega g must be 10 radians per second. Okay. So but here whatever has been shown here, it is not reflecting what you have to have. Okay. Let me just see this, show this before we fully draw it. So here I have my magnitude plot. Okay, this is my magnitude plot where your 0 dB is being crossed by some frequency which is omega g. So the point where magnitude plot crosses 0 dB is omega g, that we have to find out from the plot whatever we are trying to plot. And also in the down only you have your phase plot. Phase plot has been plotted by marking the graph with minus 140 to minus 180. So this is minus 180 here. And you have the remaining angles from top to bottom. Okay. Okay. Then here you would be having all the points which are marked, right? So your phase plot is crossing here. So this is the frequency where it is crossing minus 180 degrees is omega p. This value, whatever you get, vertically you see what is the corresponding frequency line which is there coming from the graph. You have to see this will be related to 6.32. It should be same as 6.32 because in the table it is 6.32, right? So this should happen between omega p should happen between 6 and 7 marking of your semi-log graph sheet. Now look here, this omega p is something which is less than your omega g. We have to go from here, okay, here to here. This is the thing which is interested. This is called gain margin. How do I find gain margin? From phase crossover frequency, I have to go up, and then from the 0 dB to the Bode plot, whatever is there, this magnitude is nothing but gain margin. Okay. So this gain margin above 0 dB line is negative. Because in this case, we have negative. Why? Because our omega g was 10 and omega p was 6.32. So this you can check it whether you are getting it 10 or not if you plot it on your Bode plot. Okay, this is 10. So omega p is less than omega g. And how do we find gain margin? You go up from this omega p like this and find out the magnitude between the plot and the 0 dB line. Whatever magnitude you'll get, that is your negative thing. So maybe around 8 dB or so, minus 8 dB or so it would be. Then how do you find the phase margin? For finding the phase margin, you have to come from the omega g down. This is omega g, right? You have to come down, and between here you are touching. So the gap between this and this is nothing but this magnitude, okay? This whatever is the angle. This is phase margin. And again, this phase margin is negative. It is below the minus 180 line, okay? So in this particular case, as omega g is 10 and omega p is 6, so omega p is less than omega g. The gain margin and phase margin are negative. And how to calculate them? To calculate them, from omega p, go vertically up, find the magnitude between the 0 dB line and the upper magnitude graph like this. So whatever magnitude you will be getting, that is nothing but your gain margin. So that gain margin you have to mark, right? Then similarly, how do you find the phase margin? In order to find the phase margin, find the gain crossover frequency, right? So find the gain crossover frequency. From the gain crossover frequency, come down and touch minus 180 line. So from minus 180 degrees line to that phase plot, whatever is there below that is nothing but your phase margin. So phase margin below minus 180 is negative. So in this problem, you will be getting the gain margin as minus 8 dB, okay? And your phase margin as minus 15 degrees. The phase margin will be coming as minus 15 dB. So because gain margin and phase margin both are negative, the system is unstable. Sorry, 15 dB, 15 degrees. Minus 15 degrees is the phase margin. Because the gain margin and phase margin, both of them are negative, the system is unstable. What if, this is for this particular problem, what if your phase omega p is greater than omega g? How the situation looks and how to find out the phase margin and gain margin for the case when omega p is greater than omega g. So you might be having a situation wherein you have your magnitude plot, okay, which is having a 0 dB line. Always you should be having a 0 dB line, okay, and also you should be having a 180 degrees line, minus 180 degrees line for the phase angle. These two are important in your phase plot and magnitude plot. So these two lines should be highlighted, okay? So let me say now you have your phase crossover frequency greater than the gain crossover frequency. Let me say you have your plot something like this, okay? So this is your omega g, okay? Let me say this is something like this. So your omega p is greater than that, right? So let me say you have your phase plot something like this. So this is your omega p, okay? I don't know what is its value, but you have this your omega p. Now how do I find out the thing? I'll go from omega p up, touch the Bode plot here. So this is touching the Bode plot first. There it was touching the 0 dB line first, and here to here, okay? So this is nothing but my gain margin. Remember, gain margin below 0 dB is always positive, okay? The reason being omega p is greater than omega g. Omega p is the frequency at which phase angle is minus 180. Now coming to the phase margin, what you have to do, come down from omega g, touch your phase plot. So from minus 180 to this, okay? This is nothing but your phase margin in angle, okay? And this is positive. So you have to remember phase margin positive. How to find the phase margin and how to find the gain margin. To find the phase margin, come down with the omega g wherever it is cutting. From there to 0 dB, you find out it is positive in this case. And for finding the gain margin, come up with omega p and touch the Bode plot. And with respect to 0 dB, whatever is there, that is gain margin positive. If both are positive, the system is stable. Even if one is negative, the system is unstable. And if omega p is equal to omega g, the system is relatively stable. Okay. So this is the important thing what one has to know. So how do you find the positive gain margin? How do you find the negative gain margin? So whenever your gain margin is measured below the 0 dB line, it is positive. Whenever your gain margin is measured above the 0 dB line, it is negative. Similarly, coming to phase margin, whenever your phase margin is measured below minus 180 is negative, measured above that is positive. So make sure of it and try to do it with the a given problem you tried. So let me reiterate how to draw the magnitude plot for the 50 by S into 1 plus 0.5 plus 1 plus 0.05 problem. So the thing is that first draw the magnitude plot using the magnitude table. To do so, what we have to do is first on the graph sheet, mark 60 dB, 40 dB, because only maximum is 54, so maximum is 40 dB, 60 dB and 20 dB, not more than that. So after this, only is your whatever line is there, you make it as 0 dB. Then after 0 dB, what you have to do? Minus 20 dB, because each is 20, right? This is below 20, below 0, so it is minus 20, and this is minus 40, and this is minus 60, and then minus 80, minus 60, and then minus 80. Minus 60, and then this is minus 80. Okay, minus 80. Mark them. And according to me, by looking at the top, you know that this is 0.1, this is 1, this is 10, this is 100. Markings are there, the straps are there, and this is 1000. And in between, you know that 0.1 to 1 is a decade, and whatever is there, 2 into 10 is a decade. 1 to 10 is a decade, 10 to 100 is a decade, 100 to 1000 is a decade. Our interest is the two corner frequencies, 1 is 2. So that vertical line is there, no? After 1, 2 is there, that you mark it. So that is your 2, you have to remember that. The next corner frequency is 20. After 10, immediately whatever is the line is there, that is your 20 line. So this is your 20 line, is your 10 line, and somewhere over here is your 200 line. These are the important things what we require to have. So then what we did, first one I have marked 54. So somewhere over here I have my 54. Okay. So I mark my 54 and marked it as A, because I have to have 54 dB with the slope of minus 20 dB. So 54 is marked. I have to have a slope of 20 dB per decade. So decade is 0.1 to 1 is this. This is 1 decade. So decade is there, but slope, magnitude I want to have 20. So 54 down by 20 you go. Okay, this is 14 units here. Okay, I want to have another 6 units here. So that is 34. At 34 I'll get 6 units. 34 to 40 is 6. 40 to 54 is 14. 6 plus 4 is 20. So that's why I'll get my 34. So 34 I'll come up to 1, because 1 decade is here. So I mark it as B. Join the line A to B. This is minus 20 dB per decade. But that is not enough for me, because my first crossover frequency is 2. This is my interest. So I have to extend it up to my first corner frequency. So what I will do, I will not stop it at B. I will stop this. I will extend it further. So when I extend it further, I have my corner frequency 2. So I have to note down, this is somewhere here. I'm intersecting that with my corner frequency. So this is a point of interest for me. This is B dash. So I don't want this B anymore. I'll remove this B. So what I did, I have a line, I have extended it up to 2. So at 2 is the point of interest of first corner frequency. So I put it as B dash, and I'll say that this is nothing but minus 20 dB per decade at 54 dB, and it is up to first corner frequency. So this is done. Then from B dash, I have to have, what is the B dash value? You have to note it down. Maybe some number it is there, some magnitude it is there. So it is 28 or so, whatever it is. So note down this magnitude. Now from here, you have to go down by 40 units because the slope is minus 40. So you go down by 40 units. So from here, you come down by 40 vertically. Up to what? Up to 1 decade. What is the corresponding frequency now? 2. So 2 to 40, 1 decade is 20, right? This is the decade frequency. So now I'm interested in this decade. My decade at B dash is 2 to 20. This is 1 decade. So decade has been identified, but what is the magnitude I want to have? I want to have from B dash to go down by 40 units. So whatever may be here, maybe it is 28 or whatever. So I have to go down with that by 40 units. So when I go down by 40 units, I know that is a slope. So I have to mark this as C dash, then join those two lines. So what I have to do, I have to join B dash with C dash, because in this case, my corner frequency and my decade frequencies are same. So I have joined with my C dash. So this is my C dash. Then this is minus 40 dB. This is not enough. And at C dash, what is the magnitude I have to find out? So once I find out the magnitude, then what I have to do, from this magnitude, I have to have a down of minus 60 dB magnitude I have to go. That will happen at 78. So at 70 minus 78, I'll be having this entire magnitude as minus 60 dB per decade. So 22 decade is 200. So up to 200, I have to go with that value. So what I'll do, this is my D dash. So that magnitude you go down, and horizontal you go to the decade frequency. Then what I'll do, I'll have to make a new line from C dash to D dash, which is having minus 60 dB. This is my minus 60 dB per decade. This is minus 40 dB per decade. This is minus 20 dB per decade. The problem is so simple. First magnitude down by 20 magnitude, go horizontally to the first decade. If the decade is same as a corner frequency, stay there and join them. If it is not as a corner frequency, extend the line up to the corner frequency and stop it. Then mark it as B dash, join A and B dash. At B dash, what is the magnitude? You note it down. Go down vertically by the next slope, maybe say by 40 units you go down. So once you have gone down by 40 units, what is the next decade you have to see? So for B dash, the frequency is 2, next decade is 20. So go down vertically by 40 and go horizontally up to 20, mark it as C. So join B dash and C dash. At C dash, again note down what is the magnitude. From C dash, you need to have a slope of minus 60 dB per decade. So per decade for 20 is 200. So this is 200, you know. But what is the value here? Some magnitude is there. Say maybe say 12. So 12 to 78 you go. So this magnitude goes down by 60. Okay. So take the magnitude as 60. So go vertically down. And from that particular point of 78, go horizontally up to the frequency of 200. Mark it as D dash. Join C dash and D dash. So you have your magnitude plot. And this magnitude plot is cutting your 0 dB at particular frequency. Maybe roughly you can see that roughly it is happening at 10. So when you actually draw it, it will happen at 10. Omega G would be 10. Then what you have to do, you have to draw your phase plot. As I said, phase plot, you have to take them as minus 140, minus 120, minus 100, minus 140, minus 160. Okay. And then minus 180, minus 200, minus 220. So for corresponding to each of the frequency, you have the frequencies 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, etc. We have tabulated for each of the frequency what are the values. So corresponding to that line of frequency, for 0.1 frequency, what is the angle? Mark it down on that angle line. Then next frequency maybe say at 1. At the frequency 1 on this line vertically down. So at what is the angle correspondingly? Horizontally it must be there. So mark it there on that. This is the angle corresponding to 1. What is the angle corresponding to 2? What is the angle corresponding to 3? What is the angle corresponding to 4? So note down, the angle may be down or may be up. So you have to mark all of them, and then after finishing everything, you join those lines. Then these lines might be, this joined line might be cutting at minus 180. So wherever it is cutting minus 180, that is nothing but your omega p. So you got omega p here, you got omega g here. So in order to find the gain margin, go up and find out this. This is nothing but your gain margin. Because it is above, it is negative. So it is around minus 8 dB. Then finding out the phase margin, this is omega g. So what you do, you go down, and from here to here, some angle will be there because you know the angle lines. So whatever may be this angle, this is your PM, it is around minus 15 degrees. So in this case, because both are negative, it will be your unstable system. So that's what I said. But with this, only the thing you have to remember is you have to have a slope. When you want to have the slope, you have to see that y must be the magnitude 20, 40, whatever it may be. And then y by x, right? X must be decade. So decade is a factor of 10, right? 10 frequency range. So if it is 0.1, 0.12, 1 is your decade. So 20 magnitude you would have taken. So go vertically down to the magnitude whatever you want, and from that down you go up to the 1 decade, mark it as some point and join this as well as this. This gives you minus 20 dB per decade. But if this decade whatever you have marked is only your corner frequency, don't worry. If it is not your corner frequency, as in this case, extend this line up to the first corner frequency, say 2. So this is your actual line. From here to here is your actual line. Erase this small b here. This will be your actual line. Then again from here, what is that? Minus 40 dB you want. So go vertically down from here to 40 dB down, and go horizontally to the next corner frequency because it is to go up to 20. At 20, you mark it as C dash, join B dash and C dash. At C dash, you know down the magnitude, go down by 60 dB and then go horizontally up to 200, mark it as D dash, join C dash and D dash. That is how you have to do it. Okay. Is that clear, or is there any problem in understanding this procedure? Please feel free to ask me. I'm here to clarify your doubts only. So please tell me, is this drawing of the magnitude plot clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in phase
Ah,
plot.
tell me.
Ma'am, how do we mark this minus 120 degree this degree lines, angle lines, minus 140, minus 160, and 180, all these lines?
How do see when we have marked the table, right? You have the table of values with you.
Yes, ma'am.
You have the table of values with you. So in those table
Yes.
of values, you have omega is equal to 0.1 starting with what angle?
And omega equals to 0.1 is that and that I don't have. Omega is equal to 2 is the starting.
Okay, omega is equal to 2 is the starting, right? So at 2, what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
the angle?
Minus 140.
Minus 140. What is the next frequency? 3?
3. At 3 is it's minus 154.
Minus 154. Fine. 4?
Minus 164.
Okay. 5?
Minus 172.
5 is minus 172. 6?
Minus 178.
For us, this is only important, right? 6 is minus 178. But then 6.3 is minus 180.
Yes, ma'am.
Then 7?
Minus 183.
7 is minus 183. Then 8, 9, 10, some values. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So finally, what is the final value we have taken there?
For 20, it is minus 219.
For 20. So your corner frequency 2 is 20, right? 220 is 219. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So our problem started with the corner frequency of 2. First corner frequency. Ended
Yes,
with
ma'am.
the last corner frequency 20. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then each of those things angles you have marked. But in your graph sheet, because I tried to bring the graph sheet onto shared screen, somehow I am unable to do that. So that's what. So no problem. So you have your graph sheet which is 0 dB marked over there. No, something you have drawn. This is all done, right? Now in this graph sheet to the right hand side, the right hand corner, okay, you
Yes,
have the cells same as this. These are the cells. Now each cube is there, right?
yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
you do is start with the last line of your graph sheet, minus 220.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, because it's maximum angle, right? Then after that, minus 200. The same graph sheet, minus 180. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
minus 160. And then minus 140. The same graph sheet to the right hand side. Instead of dBs on the left hand side, you wrote no, minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, like that you wrote no down. So similar
Yes,
to
ma'am.
that on the right hand side, but you have to start marking the angles from the top down, the last sheet, last value of your graph sheet. This is your graph sheet. Like I said, this is done. Now, what is this thing you have at 2? You have the frequency at the frequency 2. You have minus 140. So minus 140 is somewhere over here, right? This is minus 140. So minus 140 line, you know, horizontally. Throughout the graph sheet, you know, you can go along that line, right? You should be careful looking at the line. The line is very faint, right? Right? Horizontally, you know what is that entire line representing to minus 140. Is there any problem in finding that?
No, ma'am.
Tushar?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's okay.
Tushar?
Yes, ma'am. There's
So
no
minus 140 line, you know. But this minus 140 has to be marked for frequency of 2. Where is your frequency of 2? The first one is 0.1. You know 1. You have some other line corresponding to 2, right? On the graph
Yes,
sheet.
ma'am.
So come vertically down from 2 and intersect it at minus 140. That is your minus 140 angle. Then next one is minus 154. Minus 154 will be somewhere over here, right? 140 to 160 in between, minus 154. Mark it exactly because there are 10 cells. Each cell is having 2 degrees, right? So minus
Yes, ma'am.
154. Minus 154 is at 3. So 3 may be next to 2. So minus 154. 4 is minus 165. Then 5 is minus 172. Everything between below 180 only, right? Then 6 is at minus. So you have the vertical lines indicating what is the angle. So 2 is a frequency, 3 is a small line, 4 is a small line, 5 is a small line, 6 is a small line. So you have these lines very much close. So when this vertical line is cutting this minus 140, this is minus 140, 3 is cutting this, 4 is cutting this, 5 is
I
cutting,
got it, ma'am.
6 is cutting this, 6.62 is cutting this 1.8. So you draw all of them and extend it further. So it is crossing at 1.6, is cutting this at 6.2. So if you look at down, you will be finding it between 6 and 7. This.
Now I got it, ma'am.
Okay. Once you draw this, no, definitely it is cutting minus 180 at one point, and that is going to have go up and find out your GM or PM. So for you to
Yes.
understand this, what I suggest you is first go through this problem, try to draw it whatever I said on a graph sheet, on a white sheet, how to go about it. Because I gave you the values also for this particular problem. I gave you the values also. What is B, what is B dash, what is C, what is C dash. So you know that.
Yes, ma'am.
Then look into the textbook. Okay, textbook he has drawn
Yes.
the graph. You just look at it, and if you can understand it, if you have a printout, you draw it on your graph sheet, similar graph sheet. Then you have to get your omega g as 10 and your omega p as 6.63. If it is matching, then your problem is correct. And find out your GM and you have to find out your whatever. See here, 54 down by 20. Here is B, but I don't want up to B. I want to go up to B dash. Then this one, then this one. Below is my graph. So I'll be getting a phase plot here. I'll be getting a magnitude plot here. Find the GM and P. That is how you have to do. Okay. So you please try doing here in this case only. But this pen, if it comes. Oh, so then I'm trying to say pen. I think here. So here I have my 54. 50, 60, 40, 20. It is not allowing me to edit. That's the problem. So what I was studying is these are the phrases. 2. If I say at 2. So this is at 2 intersecting that minus 180 line or minus 140 line. What I am trying to do is, I am trying to mark it here, minus 220, minus 200, minus 180, minus 160, minus 140. So on the minus 140 line, whatever may be the frequency at 2, let us say at 2. So 2 is this, so minus 140 line I have to intersect. Then 3 is this, I have to intersect onto the corresponding line, because each small cell is equal to 2 degrees. So again at 20, what is this? Again at 1, what is this? Again at 10, what is this? You have to mark all of them and join them. And minus 180 line you highlight it, 0 dB line you highlight it. Then you will be getting omega j and omega p. Not allowing me to draw, otherwise I would have shown. Okay. Only the thing is, that is what I just want to say. Find the magnitude, go down, go horizontally up to corner frequency, mark it, join those two lines. And again from here, find the magnitude for the slope. So go down vertically, go horizontally to that corner frequency, mark it as C, join them. Again from here, find the magnitude, go horizontally, mark it, join them. That is your plot. And for finding the angles, mark these angles here. You have the corresponding frequency line. On each of the frequency line, what is the angle corresponding to 0.5, what is the angle corresponding to 1, what is the angle corresponding to 2, what is the angle corresponding to 3, what is the angle, mark all of them. So the angle lines are here. Accordingly, you see and mark them and join all of them. In this minus 180 line is important. So this is how you have to do it. Just go through that, and how many ever can take the printout of the similar graph sheet, please take it and do it. If that is not there, then what I can suggest you is go to MATLAB and use that Bode plot thing, plot it and just see it. But plotting on the Bode plot tool gives you an impression that how it is happening, but actually to draw it, you have to draw it on a paper. But you have to get the idea of how to draw it. That should be very clear. Fine. So in the next day's class, what we can do is, we can consider a problem wherein the function is given in terms of not in the form of 1 plus s, it is 64 by something is there. That let us try to do it in the next class. Okay, fine. So students, if you have followed, fine. If you have not followed, please look at the graph what I told you. Start with 54, go down by 20, then go horizontally, mark it. If that is the corner frequency, fine. If it is not the corner frequency, extend it to corner frequency, join those two lines. Now with this new point, go down by 40, go horizontally to the next corner frequency, mark it as C dash, join them. Then again go down by 60 magnitude, then go horizontally to the next corner frequency, join them. Then mark the angles and join them. Look into the textbook how he has marked and how he has joined. Then you will be getting the values and you can do it. For the next problem, next time we will see the quadratic poles and how to draw it. Let us see in the next class. Okay, fine. Fine, student. I think this is enough. Let me end the meeting now. Okay, ma. See you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Have a safe stay.